the way people ask, did you have a normal birth or did you have a C-section? I beg, which one is normal birth and C-section? Is normal birth is supposed to be called either you're having a vaginal birth or you're having a cesarean section. That's what it's called, not normal birth, vaginal birth. And we're live. Yes, we're live. My name is Eni Oguns. Welcome back to my channel, guys. My name is Eni Oguns. So let me first of all say, if you're a new subscriber watching me for the first time, I love you. Thanks for watching my video, and do not forget to click the subscribe button. And beside that subscribe button, there is a bell button there also. And if you're a old subscriber, you love me to stick by me, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. So I know it's been a minute since I've been on my YouTube channel, which I promised earlier that I was going to be giving you good quality content this year. I'm sorry guys, I had to take a break for some other things. I know you guys are also important, so that's why I'm back here to give you this hot gist or hot topic for today. It's a serious topic, and I would like you to stick around and let's discuss it. It's about cesarean section and versus vaginal birth, and the way people see people that, the way people see people that have cesarean section, like it's a crime, it's a sin, it's inferior. I have so many things to say about this, and I'm also would I say I've also passed through that cesarean section, so I have a lot to say, and I have a lot to give you details about. I have a lot to talk about this topic, and peeps, so that our fellow women too will not always see us as inferior. Even women ourselves intimidate each other with the kind of breath we have. And please stick around in this video. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Do not forget to hit the notification bell so that you can get notification anytime I drop new lovely videos for you, because I'm going to be giving you good videos, good content. Let's get right into the video, guys. So guys, cesarean section, which everybody, even in Nigeria, I forgot to tell you, I am a YouTuber in Nigeria, lifestyle YouTuber in Nigeria. If there's anything called lifestyle YouTuber, just stick around. So I have this thing about the way people discuss people who have cesarean section. They see it as, it's something bad. So permit me to speak in pidgin. Every birth na birth, whether na cesarean, whether na vaginal, whether na normal, whether na the column, every birth na birth. So, and there's this, it's not only in Nigeria. When I did my research, and after having conversation with several women, and after I did my research, I noticed that even in the research, some religion do not see, outside Nigeria, some religion do not see cesarean as a normal delivery, or they see it as it's inferior, it's an inferior birth, like you're trying to alter the way God designed childbirth to be. Like they'll say, like the Hebrew woman does not mean that you should die while giving birth. People interpret the Bible to suit themselves. It's like we're going biblical. But those religion, because religion is, they call them, I've forgotten what they call them again. I don't want to mention them so that some people will not come for me. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Is vaginal birth more superior than cesarean section? It is not. And I want we women to stop getting it all wrong. If a doctor sees you you go for antenatal several times. It depends on, some go for every two weeks, and before you know it, they have to go every week. They give them a day in every week as they progress in their pregnancy. And some people, they have life-threatening issues on their pregnancy. Then some religion come and say you are altering the design God has made childbirth to be. It's not God's design to make a child and the mother suffer. It's not his design. That's why he created some human beings and made them develop great technologies to help them, you know, develop great technologies to help them deliver and help, and will I say, help mothers to free them from, and babies from, avoidable pains and even death. So why would someone say cesarean section is a crime, is evil, and see you like, did you have a normal birth? You did not go through all the pain, so no be normal delivery. It's not fair. It's not fair on we women. Even men do not castigate women like we women castigate ourselves. You know, they say when they see that scar, everybody says is a pride scar. You smile with pride when you see that scar, that, oh, I actually birthed my child and I'm happy that I didn't die in the process. I'm seeing that scar and I thank God that, okay, this is this child or children that are making me happy and is worth it. But they said no, it's called guilt scar. Why would you call it a guilt scar, for heaven's sake? Why there is a guilt scar? And that if for you to be altering what God has designed as the vaginal birth, you and the doctor, that you have allowed and allowed the doctor to do so, you guys might end up in lake of fire. Why? God has designed, fine, vaginal birth was the thing, but let me tell you, you can't say this to a woman who at the process of laboring her uterus ruptures. What do you tell her? She has to go through an emergency cesarean section. A woman whose baby has umbilical cord round his neck, threatening the baby's life. What is the next thing to do? You cannot put your hand into the woman's uterus and turn the cord around out of the neck. No, you can't. The best way is to cut it open and bring out the baby so that mommy and baby is fine. You know? Or for a mother who has been in labor for hours. Some people go into labor for like days. Some people it might be one day, some people might be hours, over 16 hours. Some people might be a day or two. The baby is tired because they would monitor the baby's heartbeat. They will monitor the mother's heartbeat. If the baby is getting tired, you need to save this baby, and you need to also help the mother. You cannot allow, you know, people to die because you're trying to have a normal delivery and kill an innocent baby who knows nothing, and you are suffering the baby. Or a baby who after in distress. I'm saying this out of people's experiences that I've heard. Out of distress that the labor has caused the baby pulls and swallows the meconium. Meconium is like the waste. If you Google it, meconium, I'll put it on the screen. Meconium is like a waste product from the baby. So, and the baby swallows it. The lady ended up in the NICU. That's neonatal intensive care unit. The baby ended up in the NICU, and you know, for weeks the baby was there just so that the baby can survive, because it's very wrong for a baby to take in poo, like dirt, all those dirt. You know, when you give birth to a newborn baby, those poo that the baby passes out in the first few days of delivery, those are what I think that's what is called meconium. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but that's what I believe is called meconium. So for someone who has a very small uterus, how do you want her to push that thing out? Please, how do you want to? I know back in those days, our mothers, you know, did it through vagina, and they went through the labor even without epidural. Epidural is another thing, another ball game. They'll tell you that when you use epidural relieves you of the stress of, you know, going through all those pain. But you know, you have to be, all these terms I'm using, I'm sure it is moms who have gone through childbirth that will be able to understand this. But if you have not gone through childbirth, you can also Google all these things I'm saying. You know, epidural helps to relieve the pain, but it has to get to, if it gets to a certain point in which you're dilated, you might not be able to take the epidural again. And I think it's taken at the backbone, a spinal cord rather, and epidural helps relieve the labor pains you would feel, like relieve it. Meanwhile, everybody's sensitivity is different. Some people, epidural doesn't work on them at all. It doesn't. So let me share from my own personal experience. When I got pregnant for my son, or my son, whichever, English is hard. So I started adding weight. I was gaining weight like every week. Anytime I go for an antenatal, I was gaining weight. I was like, is this how pregnancy is? I was just gaining weight. So my child was getting bigger in me. At about was it 30 weeks or so, I went to do, no, I think it should be about 28 weeks. I went to do a scan, which I've done a scan earlier, but you know, it wouldn't show. At about 16 weeks, I went to do a scan, a ultrasound scan, but at about 28 weeks or so, I went back to do another scan because I just needed to know the progress of everything. You know, as a new mom now, you'll be so eager to know what's up and everything. I went ahead to do the scan. The first thing the guy asked me was like, this baby is weighing ahead of the time for delivery. So like, what is my last menstruation date? They usually ask that menstruation date to calculate how many weeks the baby should be. But my baby, instead of weighing 28 weeks, was already saying maybe like 30 weeks or 32 weeks, you know, like 2 weeks ahead. So like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm very sure. That's my last menstrual period, LMP, I think that's what it's called. So it was like, this baby is gonna be big. It's already weighing bigger than its actual date. I like, wow, okay. I was still not scared. I said, so I told my doctor. It was like, when I showed him the result, it was like, at most the baby was gonna weigh 4 point something. That's the biggest it's gonna be. There was a shocker. It was not 4 point something. Wait for it. So sometimes, I'm not saying Nigerian doctors are not good, but I think they underestimate some issues sometimes. So I had to travel. To put to bed. Then when I traveled, immediately I got there. That was like 2 weeks after I did that scan. Immediately I got there, the doctor was telling me, girl, you're weighing big. So there's this tape measure they use in measuring your tummy. Anybody that sees me thinks I'm having a twin. Every time. So it was like I was weighing big. I think that time I should be like 32 weeks or 34 weeks. I can't remember. I can't really place again. So it was like I was weighing ahead of, same thing the guy who did my, is it called radiologist, who did my ultrasound the other time, said I was weighing big. So it was like, it wasn't suggesting cesarean section to me. It was not. But the way it was talking was suggesting a cesarean section even before I reached my due date. But I kept telling God that, God, no. You know the way we used to put Christianity in everything, God in every matter. When God understands that this thing, you cannot do it on your own, you need help, but we go to stubborn. So I was still like, oh God, please, I don't want to have a cesarean section. That's why I met other women. I was I had like friends who were pregnant too there. So I met other people saying that, oh, maybe they already knew they're going to have cesarean section right from Nigeria, blah blah blah, this one, so and so, you know. So the guy, then I had my this 3D ultrasound where you see the shape of the baby, the head of the baby, all those things, even the facial look of the baby and all those things. So, and I keep going for antenatal every time, and my doctor keeps saying, the way he talks, it was like a seeing vision that this baby might be too big for you to push out. But I even had a friend then, shout out to Tony, she's the best person I've ever met on this, very selfless person. God bless you, Tony, wherever you are. God bless you. So I was like, oh God, I keep telling them from back home that I don't want to have a cesarean section. Even I had a pastor then, it's late now in America then. So I keep telling the pastor that, Pastor, the way this doctor is sound is as if I want to have a cesarean section. I don't want to have a cesarean section. You know, even things I hear about cesarean section were bad news then. So I didn't know it was something that was going to come very easy. But doctor has not given me a precise statement that, okay, I was going to have a cesarean section. So you said, okay, but I kept feeling pains. The pains were unbearable. That's because the weight of the child was so much for me to carry. I guess my pelvic bones were now beginning to ache. As at 36 weeks or 37 weeks, I was always in pain. When I wake up in the morning, I'm in pain, but I couldn't, you know, tell everybody. Then I go back to the doctor, book an appointment, go back to the doctor, tell the doctor that I'm in serious pain. He was like, that's part of, I'm getting close to delivery, but the pains were unbearable. When I wake up in the morning, I have to hold things, you know, to get up. Where am I going to? Then he told me that I should wait 40 weeks. If I do not get any, if I do not see any sign by the 40th week, that's the day my baby clocks 40 weeks in me, they might have to give me another option. You know, I went in, a nurse checked me, 2 doctors put their hand there. It was an excruciating pain. Not pain, but the pressure. Somebody putting hand inside. You know, ordinary something entering is this thing sometimes. Now somebody putting their hand inside now was serious pressure, you know. So then he told me, I went out 40 weeks 2 days. I went back and it was like, girl, you need to have a C-section. And like, God, that baby, my uterus looks small and baby's head hasn't even dropped. Baby's head has not even, there's a way they say baby's head drops, maybe into the uterus or maybe into the, where that place that would set the baby ready for delivery, that will even, you know, induce you for delivery. I was not getting dilated at all. Nothing was happening. And I cannot leave baby inside my tummy. I can't now. I had to do something, and that was the other option. It was like, you have to make up your mind now. Do I schedule you for tomorrow morning? I'm like, God. And I started getting scared. I called back home. They were like, don't worry, everything's in control. We'll pray for you. Even my mom said she went to church, blah blah blah. My mother-in-law went to church. They were praying. Session was not going to be my portion. I told them that this is it. Oh, this is what the doctor said, and we have to bring that baby out, because myself, I needed rest. I needed to rest from all the pains I've been feeling. So I just made up my mind. Then I got home, went to get my meds and my medicine and everything, getting ready for the next day. Did the cleanup I was supposed to do. Then I started watching videos on Cesarean section to prepare my mind on what was going to happen. Guys, when I had my delivery the next day, it was sharp. There was no time wasting. I got to it was not as in they prepared me for surgery. Within 10-15 minutes they brought the baby out. I was not crying, yeah, ooh, yee, yo. If I knew, I would have brought that baby out to C-section before 40 weeks. I would have brought the baby out so that baby would not have been growing bigger. Let me give a shocker. I had a 5.1 kg baby, 11 pounds 3 ounces. Yes, a 5.1 kg baby, 11 pounds 3 ounces. It was big. You know, when they brought out the baby, doctor was like, is this what you want to push out yourself? Homo, is this what you want to push out yourself? I added that homo to it. The doctor just said, homo, is this what you want to push out yourself? This baby is big. You could have ruptured your uterus, or, you know, you could have been in pains that I would bear for months. It was like, thank God I opted for this. Thank God I was like, thank God. And you know, my recovery was pretty fast. Though everybody, the way they recover from cesarean section is different. Some people feel pains even more than a week. After taking my staples, I had to carry the staples for a while, for like some days before I took it out. But you know, after taking out my staples, the pain was lesser. All they tell you, they give you precautions that do not carry heavy things, do not, you know, heavy lifting, do not get pregnant within 6 months, like wait for after 6 months or so before getting pregnant again, because you know your uterus, if you watch a detailed video on cesarean section, your uterus is where the baby is being taken out from, and they sew it back, and it needs to heal properly. Even your uterus does not go back in. You feel like your tummy is hard for like 6 weeks, so your uterus doesn't automatically go back in like that. So what are we saying here? Cesarean section is a lifesaver for so many women. Tell it to a woman who has had fibroid growing in her, and a baby too was growing in her. The only way to save mother and child is to have a cesarean section. Maybe because of our lifestyle changes from what used to be in the past has made you know, delivery more difficult. I don't know, but it reduces mortality rate of both mother and child. People labor to death. Doctor says this is the option. You say no, you want to give birth normally. Which one is abnormal? Is vagina abnormal? Is cesarean abnormal? Are you not going to bring out that child at the end of the day? Please, I want we women to stop having this notion and stop asking women that a woman puts to bed and asking that which one did you use? Is it vagina or cesarean? Why do we castigate each other? And that's why I had to make this video, because it was so, you know, it keeps being on my mind, and I thought, oh, I'll come here on my channel and, you know, discuss this issue. Let me know in the comment section what you think, and what are the experiences been like if you had cesarean section, because I had to, this video had to be longer because I had to put in my own experience to tell you reason why I had to go through a cesarean section. It's not everybody's, though some people opt for it because they don't want to go through stress, they don't want to go through the heavy labor pain. Like they say life is easy than to be having pains, but at the same time some people did not wish for it. It just had to happen. That was the only way they could save their life. You know, somebody who has been having miscarriage several times and they had to put in a sacrilege, then the next option for her is to have a cesarean section when she wants to put to bed, so that they can, mommy and baby can be fine. This we're trying to, those cesarean section, they tell you you cannot have like 5-6 children cesarean section. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. You cannot start, because you know it's like you sew a particular place this time, you sew this same particular place next time, you sew it again. Before you know it, wear and tear, just like it meets a car. You can't keep sewing that particular place every time. So that's why they advise that you don't have so many children. Though people's body are different. I've heard of a woman who has 5 children, but it's a risk. It's a risk. So and who gives birth to many children nowadays? I don't know. When you think of the expense itself. But me, I love children. I would have loved to have like 4, but you know, I would stick to the 3 that I want to have. So, or 3, or I don't want to 3. I will adopt the rest so that the house can be fuller. Let me have my own 3 children personally for myself, by God's grace. Then I will adopt the rest so that the house can be fuller. Like I remember when I was younger, when I told my mom that why is she not having more children, because we're just 2 girls, why is she not having more children so that the house can be fuller? When some people have gone to boarding house, some people will be at home, you at least you meet somebody, you have somebody to gist with. Mommy say you're not serious. It's now that adulting has gotten to me that I understand why they cannot be having children like person with a like pig that is giving birth to piglets. So let's have this good notion towards ourselves. Women should stop castigating women, even men. I don't know if men do it, but a lot of women will come and say, oh, na normal I'll be na vagina, na normal I'll be na cesarean. Everything is all the same kind of birth. The medium at which you now give birth is different, but all has been authorized by God, if I might say. All authorized by God, because God created those doctors and put this technical know-how or the technology, the great technology, to deliver baby safely and make mommy and child fine. So I hope with these few points of mine, I've been able to tell you that there is no difference between Caesarian section and vaginal section. Please stop that notion. Please stop that notion. So please guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Let's talk in the comment section. What you think about people who say vaginal birth is more superior than Caesarian section, because I feel every birth is birth, whichever way you go through. Sometimes some women will tell you that, why do I have to even go through stress? Why can't I just opt for Caesarian section and do it back? You opt for the Caesarian section, you plan yourself. It makes you plan yourself. It makes you, do it better. Do it better, come out better and stronger, and go to a very good hospital who will take your health seriously. In Nigeria, just research better for good hospitals who will take your health seriously, because even your recovery process after Caesarian is vital. Same as vaginal is vital. I believe Caesarian section that was invented has been a lifesaver to women, and I know a lot of women can testify to it. I hope I've been able to discuss this in detail and pour out my mind, because it's been a burning issue. It's really been a burning issue to me. So guys, if you're watching this point and you're not subscribed to my channel, why do you do like this now? Why are you doing like this now? Just click the like button, subscribe, click the subscribe button below, click the bell beside, so that you can get notification anytime I drop new videos. And I'll see you in my next video. I love you so much. Thanks for watching, and you are the real MVP. Tell it to every woman out there that Caesarian birth is not inferior. I love you. Bye.